Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about 23 things that I have learned in 23 years. And I actually meant to release this video like a year ago as a blog post, and I got about halfway done and then never did anything with it. So here we go, 23 things that I have learned in 23 years. Number 1, make sure that you buy a yoga mat. Just do it. You never ever know when you're going to need it, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but seriously, even if it's just for like your kid to play on or whatever, or if one of your girlfriends decides one day like, hey, I'm super into yoga, do you want to go do yoga? Just buy one and have it. It's always nice to have around, and especially for moms who had C-sections, it's great to do sit-ups on, because I know how hard those are after you have a C-section, because that one spot on your back kills you for the rest of your life. So just buy one. Seriously, it's like $5 and it will never ever go to waste. Even if you buy a cheap one, never go to waste. So buy one. Number 2, do not be embarrassed about or hold in bodily fluids. Seriously, after a night of drinking, I always thought that like throwing up was a sign of weakness, but if you feel like you need to do it, just do it, because you're gonna feel a billion times better after you do it, and no one's gonna think twice about it. So just do it. Seriously, don't put yourself in that position. Just throw up. You're gonna feel so much better. Number 3, it's totally okay to be excited about things as an adult and celebrate those things. For example, did you get a crock pot today? Celebrate that shit. Did you pay your taxes? Drink some wine, you adult. Did you get to work on time all week? I think that means that you deserve a nice, relaxing bath. It's okay to be excited about that new vacuum for Christmas, because deep down, everyone else is jealous. Number 4, go out when you don't think that you want to. If your friends invite you out for an evening, and the only thing holding you back is the fact that you'll have to get dressed into real clothing, just do it. Just go. You'll have way more fun than you think, and you may end up making some seriously amazing memories. Number 5, don't go out when you don't want to. If you've gone out recently, sometimes it's okay to stay home in your pajamas all day. Just watch Netflix, eat some cookies, and relax in your blanket fort that you made a couple hours ago and you don't want to tell anyone about. It's cool. No one will judge you because they can't see you. Number 6, if you do go out, try not to be the first one who falls asleep or leaves. I'm seriously so bad at this, but all of the times that I wasn't the first one to fall asleep, I found my second win and ended up having an absolutely amazing time. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be the last one to fall asleep, but just avoid being the first one to fall asleep. Number 7, your family really is number 1. Whether that be your real family, as in blood, or your friends who you have basically adopted as your family, they're really important, and they're always there for you, and I think that it's important that you take the time out of your life to appreciate that and them. Number 8, while your family is important, always make sure that you make time to be with yourself. You're still you, and you need to be able to concentrate on the things that make you you. So if that means taking some alone time to be with yourself, do it. It's not going to hurt, and I think that everyone should be able to understand. Number 9, just because somebody might not be in your exact situation doesn't mean that they don't understand how you feel. I sympathize a lot with people who I might not be in the exact same situation as, but at some level, in some way, I always understand where they're coming from, and I try to put myself in their shoes. And I think that that's a really important thing to do with your life, is to always try and put yourself in that other person's shoes in the moment as they're telling you about your side of their side of the story. I think that's really important, to try and just see all sides of a situation and come in with the knowledge of all points of view. Number 10, find something that you love and do anything with it. I love art, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to become a famous artist. So just find the thing that you love and try to incorporate it a little bit throughout your day, no matter how you do it. For me, it's crafting, or these videos, or posting an inspirational blog post, or anything that can be considered art. Getting a new tattoo, it doesn't matter. Anything that you consider something that you love, just try to incorporate it with your day. Even if that is reading a book or whatever you want, try to incorporate it even if it doesn't end up becoming your job. Number 11. It's so much easier to strive to be a human being than it is to strive to be perfect. You're not perfect, and that's okay, but never forget to be human, because the least thing that you can do in today's society is maintain your humanity. Number 12. Don't feel guilty about guilty pleasures, because they're part of what makes you you, and you should love that about yourself, even if it's something ridiculous. Number 13. Never lose your inner child. And I laugh because, as an example for this, I actually just recently bought, as in today, just bought 2 packs of Shopkins, because deep down I'm a child and I love surprises and I love toys. And I think that you should never, ever, 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 ever let go of that, because it's just such a beautiful thing, and it's still this part of you that's so innocent and loving and just gives everyone the benefit of the doubt, because most of kids do, and it's sweet, and you should never lose that part of you. Number 14. Always hold yourself accountable, but don't let that mean that you let people step on you for things that you didn't exactly do. This is really important when it comes to things like work. It's important to hold yourself accountable for something that you think you have done or that you may have had a part in, but don't let people push you around and tell you that you did something that you did not do, because that is not being held accountable. That's just being judged for something that never happened. Number 15. What might feel like the end of the world to you is actually the beginning of the world to everybody else. I remember when I found out I was pregnant, I felt like the end of the world was upon me and nothing would ever be the same again, which is true, the second part. And now that I have Lily in my life, I feel like nothing will ever be the same again, but it's not for bad reasons. And I think that this is true for a lot of people, where you're in a situation where you feel like things are as terrible as they can get, which it might be the most terrible point in your life, but you just always need to remember that you're living, you're getting through it, and somehow, some way, you're gonna fall asleep and wake up the next day, and you are gonna make it through 100% of those terrible days that you've had so far, and you can keep doing it. Number 16, be spontaneous. And I know that that's really hard to do as you get older, because you have jobs, and you might have a husband or wife, and you might have kids, but you know what? Whatever you can find to be spontaneous about, just do it. Even if it's spontaneously going out for dinner, or jumping in the river one day when it's warm out and you think the water might be warm enough, or anything, going for a hike. Just try to be as spontaneous as you can, even if it's just for little things, because it's always going to make your life a little more interesting every time you do. Number 17, leggings or pants. And don't let anyone tell you that they aren't, because once you try them, you're not going to go back, and that's okay. Number 18. It's okay to have opinions, as long as you remember that most of the time, opinions are not the same as facts. Number 19. Dry shampoo is magic. Buy it. Number 20. Purging is important. Whether it's people or things, just always remember to get rid of that clutter that's not really helping you be a better person in life. Number 21. Random acts of kindness. Don't post about it. Don't tell people about it. Just do it, because it's going to make other people happy. 22. Fighting is a waste of time. Negativity is a poison. Just back down and breathe. It's worth it. Number 23. Never stop learning. Big or small, lessons are lessons. Just remember to learn from them and move on. And that was my 23 things that I've learned in 23 years. I hope that it was at least kind of a good video to watch for you guys, because I know that's not a typical thing that people do, but I just thought it would be fun to kind of reflect on my past 23 years and just come up with things that I've learned from each year from a certain point on. So anyways, if you guys like this, let me know. Leave me a comment or like the video or whatever YouTubers say to make people tell them that they like this. And I hope that you guys have a great day. It's like 12 o'clock in the morning right now. It's 12:09. I should probably be asleep, but I'm not. I'm doing this. So yeah, I hope that you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.